they just go crazy with sugar. Probably the least video-y drama I think any dramas 郑业成 has been in. Like how did that happen? Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where Junkie on Good Storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 祝亲好, My Sassy Princess is a 22 episodes web drama that's being aired on the web platform iQIYI. As I'm making this video, the drama has finished airing. Directed by Zhu Shaojie, led by Yuan Bingyan, Zheng Yecheng, Zhang Yue, Mi Zhe. As it is aired on iQIYI, it is also produced by iQIYI, and it's based on a novel written by the author Yi Ren Kui. The novel's name is 我的锦衣卫大人. If you've heard the word 锦衣卫, which means embroidered uniform, guards, then you know it is actually a particular type of officials you can have in Ming Dynasty. So the original novel is set in Ming Dynasty. But once it becomes a drama, although everything screams that we refer to Ming Dynasty, they changed the dynasty and the country's title to Wei, and then changed 锦衣卫 to 金陵卫. I think just for the purpose of, we are not talking about history, so don't censor us with history's criteria. Therefore, it's easier for the drama to go through. But everybody knows it's based on Ming Dynasty if you look at our male lead's uniform. But also, don't take this drama as Ming Dynasty costume accurate drama. It is not. My Sassy Princess, so the drama definitely involves a princess, more accurately a 郡主, which later she did turn into 公主, but 郡主 is the type of princess that's one level down from the highest level princess, usually given to a prince daughter. I have finished watching this entire drama, which is not long, 22 episodes, and I'll give it, if being very honest, probably a 0.7 to a 0.8 gold mine drama, but I can round it up to 1, but it's reaching. Enjoyable, watchable, but really doesn't satisfy much of my appetite for a good story. Now let's get into talk about the good and bad and why I would give it such a rating. As usual, let's first talk about the great things about this drama. Number 1, the songs are nice. Zhou Shen, when he shows up, you know the song is good. For a lot of very nice Zhou Shen singing songs, the problem with that is usually the lower part is too low for a female singer. And if you raise it up too much to be able to sing the lower parts, then the higher parts will sound too screeching. But this song, the ending song, happens to just be perfect. Just about to be perfect for me to be able to hit, and then the higher parts are not hard. It provides an extra entertainment for me when I'm bored and start to sing on my phone on Chinese KTV apps. Second, overall, the production quality is pretty nice. Zheng Yecheng has been in quite some period dramas. This is, I think, to date, visually, the most cinematic one he's been in. I wish this drama could push it even further, but as it stands, I'm happy with how it looks. If this is the video-y side, this is the super cinematic side, film side, then this drama is like towards that side, passing the middle point, but not yet fully hitting super cinematic. Mostly is to do with camera movement that doesn't have too much of a cinematic look or too much of a design, because it's a drama, you know, the budget restriction. Usually when you try to get a really cool shot, it takes too long to set up. On the look side, in terms of how they grade the color, how they treat shadows and light, probably the least video-y drama I think any dramas Zheng Yecheng has been in. It also makes people with natural skin color. Nobody is ashy white like a vampire. There's no skin smoothing, so thank heavens for all that. They also do a pretty good set design. You can tell they're not a super rich project, but then they do their best to make it look really good. Although it doesn't actually refer to any real architecture of Ming Dynasty, okay? It's a Fantasyland stuff. It just looks very pretty, extravagant, rich, but not realistic at all. But still, visually very pleasing. And then costumes, not really that based on history. You can tell the male lead's uniform is based on Jin Yi Wei's Fei Yu Fu, but its details cannot stand scrutinized. Also, just so you know, the type of Fei Yu Fu that for high-level ranking Jin Yi Wei to wear, it really is their ceremonial robes. So if they're going to see the emperor, if they're doing something very official, they wear it. Daily routine, you know, doing their daily businesses, going around, they would not wear it. Just think of like you wouldn't wear a tuxedo, going around doing your daily job. So that side of things, it's not really that accurate to history. And then when it comes to the female costumes, totally go out of whack of designs that has nothing to do with history. But I try to like dress up close to what the female lead has, her style, but still I can't find any piece in my closet that actually looks anything like hers, because hers is very imaginative and not realistic to history. But overall, it looks good, visually pleasing, and it doesn't have the common sense of Chinese period drama where light comes from nowhere, pale ashy white, and skin smooth. The third part, obviously the two leads. They're very good looking people. Yuan Bingyan looks really pretty in this one. I think she looks prettier than Liu Li. She suits the particular look and makeup that they designed for her. And then Zheng Yecheng is as good looking as he always is, although I think his wig can take a little bit more work. It doesn't quite work for his head shape. And both actors on their own, with what they're given on the script, do a pretty good job. I don't get pulled out of the story by their acting, although I don't quite get the chemistry, so I'll leave that to the not so ideal part for me, okay? But they separate on themselves, look very, very good. And one final thing is some of the fighting scenes are good, but this drama has the odd occasions of certain action sequence looks ridiculous, and then certain ones look good enough. So I don't know what's going on with their design of it. Whether it's restricted by budget, whether they have different people working on it. Jumping off the cliff and trying to catch the female lead is worse than 且试天下, Who Rules the World. But there's a couple of scenes fighting that looks good, such as the alleyway fighting. Zheng Yecheng did manage to show us the tricks he has, that he can turn anything in his hands, including a sword, a fan, a saber, and he can get very emotional when it's needed. He can be a very good kisser. Overall, the drama doesn't really offend you in very significant ways, but then let's talk about why I don't give it a very high rating. Number one, the drama actually doesn't really have a proper story. I think they cut out a lot of things. Based on what I've seen from people who've read the original novel, actually the original novel author also came out and sent out some posts when the drama aired. Not the best idea actually for the original author to come out and say a lot of things about the drama production. But anyway, one of the things that's for sure is they did cut out a lot of the original character setup, and then how the two leads, their relationship progresses feels very jarring. There's hardly any setup and any build up, and suddenly they're at the place where they love each other, and you are not even ready to hear one of them saying something or act in a way that's like literally sacrificing themselves for the other, and you're like, what? You're already at that point? What did you go through to get to there? You hardly know each other. 2 episodes ago, what happened? Also, I think because of they cut out a lot of things, they probably have filmed it, but cut it out, that things no longer connect. For example, there's one scene when they were under the cliff where the male lead got hurt and he's sick, he's having a fever, he looks pale and crappy. Literally next scene, he's holding the female lead and running on a wired bridge, crossing a valley of mountains and sitting there just to enjoy the views. What? You were like about to like faint one scene before you start to carry an adult woman and running on metal wire. Like how did that happen? Another drama that kind of requires the audiences to just ignore everything that your brain notices that doesn't make sense to be able to continue watching. The second thing is related to that, which is because of the very chopped up plot that you don't quite know where everything comes from. It also affects how you can read and feel for the characters. So after I've watched 22 episodes, I really haven't really felt anything for any of the characters. Everything is so detached from me while I was watching pretty people playing the story on screen. I don't feel happy, I don't feel sad, I don't have any emotional reaction. On top of that is with the not so well built up relationship growth and progress of the main characters, you also have way too many intentionally designed. When we air, we can buy a hashtag and promote around it plot. Slow-mo turning in circles, grabbing the girl, kissing, the camera pushes in, it turns around, kissing in all kinds of weird situations, like on top of the roof, here and there. Way too much sugar. Like they just go crazy with sugar, and it's very artificial sweetener. It doesn't come from the natural progression of the story. It doesn't come from a real place. It's just so imposed. And I pretty much ran through the whole drama as if I'm just completing a homework that somebody gave me that I'm not very interested in doing, but I can do, so I do it. If I have to think about previous period dramas that Zheng Yecheng has led, because honestly, the reason that I checked out this drama is because of Zheng Yecheng. Unfortunately, I think I jinxed myself in my weekly video saying I only expect to get a couple of good shots out of this drama with him fighting so that I can edit something, and it kind of really only worked in that way for me. So if I compare to his previous works, this is how I would picture My Sassy Princess within the portfolio of Zheng Yecheng's period dramas. It's not as refreshing and funny as 颤抖吧 Abu, the web drama where he falls in love with an alien. It is not as sweet and chemistry heavy as Sleepless Princess, where he leads it with the actress Hu Yixuan. That drama's chemistry really worked on me. Then it is not as coherent and within the story's own logic and setup making sense as The Killing of the 3,000 Crows, although I'm not a fan of that drama. I don't like his character setup quite a lot, okay, for that drama. But at least that story, I can see a progression of why a character is like this at the beginning and then gets to a certain point and then moves on and then becomes eventually what it is. Whereas this drama, because of cutting too much stuff out of it, no longer even link up from place to place. This is how I would position this period drama. Of all the dramas that I can remember Zheng Yecheng led, it's the type of drama that I definitely would not watch for the second time, and I'm thinking by the end of this year I probably will forget 80% of what it is about. I haven't even talked about the second couple, but I cannot even get into the first couple. The second couple is like, I know they're there, I see their plot, I don't feel anything either. I feel like in a couple of years, when I look back and think of all the dramas I've watched over the years, ever since I started this channel, what are the couple of screen couples that will jump out immediately to me? It definitely will not involve this one. That's how I would put it. And if I have to say what is the representative work of both Yuan Bingyan and Zheng Yecheng in period drama land, for Yuan Bingyan, I would definitely go for Liu Li, because honestly, that's the one that blew up. Okay, every other ones are kind of quite mild and not really getting anywhere. Then for Zheng Yecheng, honestly, he's still waiting for it. Nothing yet. He's got two that may come out this year. One definitely should come out. The other one is in the making. All likelihood, that drama, the 聂隐娘 one, is not gonna show up until next year. So I'm waiting for his future dramas to take that position where you can say it's his 代表作, the one that represents him, the one that made him known. The type of Nirvana to 胡歌, like a flowing river to Wang Kai, 甄嬛传 to Sun Li level, he is waiting for it still. So that would conclude my review on the period drama, My Sassy Princess 祝清好, a drama that I wouldn't say I regret spending time watching through, but probably wouldn't watch it again unless I need to make an edit on Zheng Yecheng's fighting scenes. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.